Welcome everybody to the War and Peace Baseball Podcast. I'm here today with Farbod Markazi and Alex Rudy. I'm Alex Uwe. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing good.
Solid.
Checking in on after the third week of Major League Baseball. It is, I gotta say, like every single day that I watch, there's something amazing that happens. I mean, it's been a really great season so far. Like, all around.
Solid.
I would say one of the most exciting things that can happen is a no-hitter. And we saw our first one. We saw the first one of the season by none other than Jake Arrieta of the Cubs. And it was not just a no-hitter. It was an absolute Cubs. I don't even know what to call it. They massacred the Reds. It was 16-0, I believe was the final score. That is just something you don't see every day in a no-hitter even. I mean, Arrieta walked 4 batters, struck out 6, which is kind of unlike him. But the no-hit thing, that he's done that. He did that like 10 starts ago. So
Okay. Jake Arrieta, he's so filthy. Just look at have you seen the pitches that
Yes.
that he threw against Trout in the opening day we went to? That was filthy alone. Oh my god.
And there's nothing to show that this is a fluke. Like, people say he doesn't have the track record to be the best pitcher in baseball, but I think the argument is definitely going to be made against Clayton Kershaw at this point. You know, since last August, he's sub-1 ERA. That has to mean something more than, Kershaw still has the better track record. He hasn't done anything to lose the title as the best pitcher in baseball. But is that how it works? If Arrieta pitches better than Kershaw consistently, is that going to mean that Arrieta is the best pitcher in baseball to you, in your minds? Take your time, guys.
I think.
Can you repeat the question?
Seriously? Seriously?
I was reading something.
The first question I ask you guys, and
This is the second question.
I think
that's right. I asked how you guys are doing. Sorry. Do you think Arrieta can be considered the number 1 pitcher in baseball over Kershaw?
Yes.
He could be, definitely.
Depending on the person.
Well, do you?
To me, no. To me, Kershaw.
Are you asking me if I think he's the number 1
Yes,
pitcher?
I'm asking you.
No.
Okay. Can you explain why or why not?
Yes, Kershaw has been as good as Arrieta has been for like 4 years.
Okay, but the thing is, like, Kershaw has never had this kind of
Correct, but Kershaw was also never traded for Scott Feldman.
Okay.
that doesn't matter. I feel like you just felt like
the Cubs
pointing
fans,
that out.
Cubs fans really need to thank Carlos Marmol, because in 2013, when they got rid of him once and for all, they traded Feldman and the catcher for Arrieta and Strop. And
What's that to do with Marmol?
Yeah, this is how did we get here? How did we get to this point?
Strop has never used for them ever.
He was a back of the end reliever. They needed relievers at that point. They were not anywhere good.
They didn't need anything for them. They were terrible when they made that trade.
I know.
I'm very confused. You guys kind of did not answer the question at all. You're just like
Kershaw. I told you no. I think Kershaw's I think Kershaw's number 1.
But you have to consider everything going forward at the same time. If Arrieta is shown he can consistently be like a sub-2 ERA pitcher, like he has been for a good amount of time now, like that's better than Kershaw.
I said it was arguable. I just said, in my opinion, he isn't.
And I'm arguing it. That's the point. That's what we do on the podcast, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes we argue. Sometimes we have to have questions repeated. It depends on the day, really. On the other side of the ball for the Cubs, their offense is just unstoppable. I mean, arguably one of the best in baseball. Probably better than the Blue Jays right now. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo have really stepped it up from last year even. Like, nobody's talking about them as the big bats. Like, they're, everybody's looking around at the other third base, like Arenado and Donaldson are obviously top-tier third baseman alongside Bryant, but, Bryant is just kind of there, and he's in his sophomore season. There's no kind of slump whatsoever. Nobody really expected that. But you have two potential MVP kind of players, and then surrounded by a really good supporting cast. Like, do you guys think that any other NL Central team has a chance to catch the Cubs?
No.
At this point, from what I've seen from the Cubs, no, that team is just it's on a different level. There's like the other, like the Pirates are very good, the Cardinals are good. I just think the Cubs are just that much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're in that tier finally, and that has to do with just the pure depth of their team. Something to throw out there is Javier Baez has gotten a couple starts at third base
starting today
with Chris Bryant in left field. You know, Chris Bryant could potentially play 2 or 3 days a week in left field. Like that. That's very realistic. It could be more.
So, would you rather have Baez in left? Soler in left and Baez on the bench, or Baez at third and Bryant in left?
You know, I'm going to say, based on Joe Maddon's track record, you will definitely see every combination of that.
Yes.
But I will say that Baez has a good chance to see more at-bats than people expected going into the season. Especially, Schwarber's gone for the season, so that's an extra player.
I think
that he jumps there.
I think he's better than Soler. So
I mean, they are both really good players, and I think they both have their strengths. They profile pretty similarly. Power right-handed hitters that have pretty high strikeout rates, but can really hit the ball a long way. Good fastball hitters. I mean, it's tough when they profile so similarly, but I think Maddon's just gonna give them both playing time. I mean, I don't think he sees any problem with doing that, and clearly he doesn't have any problem having his one of his MVP players playing two different positions. And I don't think that's going to affect Brian in any way because he did it last year. But I think it's interesting to take note of there. Baez can play a day at short if he wants to give Russell a day off. Play second base for Zobrist. Zobrist could play every day, but he's not Ben Zobrist of 5 years ago. Like, we talked a lot about how we thought the Cubs' depth was not smart. We thought it was an ill-advised way to build a championship team of overstacking position players, and I think at this point now, nobody's saying that. Everybody is impressed with what they've done so far. Like, there's no issue there. Let's go ahead and move on to some teams that were a little bit more not frowned upon. They were not going to be good going into this season, and they are good so far. The Oakland Athletics and Colorado Rockies are in second place and first place, respectively. These teams are not supposed to be good, but they are over 500. It's really early in the season. Give me your take on... Let's start with the A's. Give me your take on the A's, Rudy.
Yeah, it's a classic Billy Beane team. It might be the best Billy Beane team
of them
of all time, which is saying something considering all his teams are
Billy Beane teams.
Sorry?
All of his teams are the most Billy Beane team.
This one might be the pinnacle.
It's the Billy.
They have
this theory that I collect. What?
I'm just going through the lineup. It is the most Billy Beane team.
I think they're the Billy Beaniest. Hit or miss? Are we going with that?
Hit.
Hit? Yes. Okay.
Sure.
Well, we're talking.
Madsen. Coghlan at third. And Chris Davis. Canha.
Yonder Alonso.
Just Lowry. It's just a team of cast-offs. Rich Hill. Just a team, like 5 random other white pitchers that have randomly generated, MLB The Show names. It's just truly a team of, spare parts and misfit toys, but it works. Now it'll work for the whole season. Most 95% positive no. They do have quite a bit of talent on the DL. Like Dubron, Alvarez, Sogard, Valencia, full that could help them in varying degrees. But I mean, clearly this team is continuing the being cycled and heading in the right direction after his very questionable dismantling of the previous dynasty that they had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you threw a lot of names around out there. Let's talk about a few of these names that were just thrown out as the cast-offs, and let's talk about what we think about them going forward. One of the intriguing ones is Chris Coghlan, who was one of the depth players of the Cubs last year, and now, especially with Valencia on the DL, is finding a lot more playing time. You mentioned third base. I think he's going to play some second base too, because Jed Lowry is not reliable over there, really. But what do you see from him? Like, he's always had some power. He's always had, like, I guess that he's always had some power, and nobody seems to take notice of that just because he is that kind of backup player. But now that he's getting more at bats, like, do you see 20 home runs this season from Chris Coghlan or no?
How many?
20?
No.
I mean, he's never come. The highest he's ever had was 16.
16, and that was in 440 at bats.
So.
I mean,
it's not, but it's technically feasible. I mean, it doesn't exactly play in a hitter's park, but it's not impossible.
And once Valencia comes back, his at bats will go down a little bit.
It's not going to be like it was in the Cubs, though, for sure.
Oh yeah, and he had 440 at bats on the Cubs. What?
Did he what?
Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, way back. What was that? 2007.
9.
Oh no, 7 was Pedroia. What am I thinking? Yeah.
The great year where Andrew Bailey and Chris Coghlan won the
yeah, I know, right?
Rookies of the year.
Yeah.
Not a babe.
Yeah, another guy who is kind of that same kind of power profile is Chris Davis, the KH of the KH variety. Off to a slow start, but people kind of forgot how good he was last year, and the power is still there.
This guy can hit.
I think he's going to come into his own a little bit more. Now, the issue with that is the crowded outfield of the A's. They've got Billy Burns, Josh Reddick. Coco Crisp has been healthy, and he's good when he's healthy, and people always just take for granted, oh, he's going to spend, 60 to 70% of the time on the DL anyway, so there's no point in considering him. He's good. Like, he can hit for power, he has some speed. Like, he doesn't look like an old player, it's just that he misses a lot of time. And, Mark Canha, like, these guys are going to make things difficult for Chris Davis to really break out with, like, 25 home run plus stuff, but, I mean, these are the names that you're looking at in deeper fantasy leagues, and you gotta think they're one injury away from getting regular playing time, and with a lot of power upside. Like they have as much upside as anybody, or more power than anybody at that tier. So, also worth considering there. Let's talk about the Rockies now. Definitely a good example of some power in that lineup. Nolan Arenado is making another MVP bid for a really bad team. Like, he's getting... It's amazing how, two of the... Harper and Arenado both seem to be progressing from where they left off last year, and that's scary to think about. Because Arenado is not your typical Coors Field profile hitter that, gets all of his production at Coors Field and is okay on the road. He's really good on the road too.
Very good.
So, let's throw this out there. If the Rockies finish third place or higher, or even make a push at the wild card, does that make Nolan Arenado your MVP if the Nationals end up running away with it with Harper? And there's like better. I mean, there's a lot of ifs. There's a lot of ifs.
Not really following the question.
There's a lot of ifs. Is Nolan Arenado an MVP candidate on the Rockies again?
Candidate, but
like how close?
in a league with Harper, I can't
Yeah.
see how he wins it unless he clearly has a better all-around season.
Like how close would the stats would have to be somewhat close for that to even be like.
Well, no, I mean, I'm kind of putting that aside. Like, assuming Arenado deserves an MVP based on stats, like, do you think just the fact that the Nationals are going to the World Series, or like not the World Series, going to the playoffs,
he can
almost
deserve
certainly
an MVP, but then once Harper's there, Harper might deserve it more. I mean,
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, another guy that sort of fizzled off a little bit lately, Trevor Story.
still haven't traded him.
Sitting at 8 home runs. Yeah, if you haven't traded him in your fantasy leagues yet, good luck. You're going to have to wait for his next 7 home run and 5-game stretch or whatever. Yeah, but, you know, people are very
Stupid.
very short-term thinkers. They think Trevor Story's the best player in the world. He starts the season the way he did. But then he goes on a little bit of a cold stretch and strikes out a lot, and people are like, oh no, this guy's garbage.
Yeah.
No, he's not garbage. He is still one of the better shortstop options out there in a great hitter's ballpark that can go on a power burst of 7 home runs in 6 games or whatever it was, that can steal some bases too. He's not a slow guy, and, you know, it's not like the strikeouts are there, but they're there for a lot of shortstops in Major League Baseball as well. Like, Trevor Story, everybody sees him as the guy you have to get off your team because you know he's going to regress. Maybe not. Maybe you can keep him on your team comfortably, especially at this point when his value has gone down significantly.
Xander Bogaerts?
Oh, Xander Bogaerts is in the next tier up. I'm not saying Trevor Story's on that tier yet.
No, I'm saying, what if you have a guy like Xander Bogaerts and you don't have room for shortstop?
Are you asking fantasy baseball advice for your
Yes.
for your team right now?
Yes.
You have to play Xander Bogaerts, because he is the better shortstop. Trevor Story's a nice guy to have, though.
I agree.
And especially if Trevor Story is your best shortstop option, you should not be so eager to get him off your team because, you know, like I said, value's gone down, but he's still there. He's still playing shortstop every day for the Colorado Rockies in one of the best hitters parks in baseball.
He's just not hitting 7 in 5 days.
Exactly.
We need more.
So, you know, the story, as usual, is the Rockies' terrible pitching.
Wow.
What?
You just said the story.
Shit. Nobody caught me. Okay.
Fix yourself.
Well, for the Rockies, as it normally plays out throughout the course of the season, the pitching is normally the biggest issue that is out there. But, you know, as it normally is, like, we kind of forget that there still are 5 people that go out and throw every 5th day for the Colorado Rockies.
What?
Like, there's a staff that's there, and it exists. And nobody even will touch them in fantasy baseball. And they're probably right not to. But
they're all really bad.
Yes.
All of them.
But
It's a good bullpen, though.
The thing is, I think it's performed a bit better than people thought it would so far.
I would disagree. We have like one guy with an ERA under 5.
I mean, the win column speaks for itself. I mean, obviously that has a lot to do with the offense. I'm saying the pitching staff has not hindered them the same way it has in the past.
I think that's completely no.
Completely no.
That's just a completely just a overreaction to their record. Their pitching is as horrible as ever been. So the only reason their record is what it is because Cargo, Story, Paulson, LeMahieu, and Arenado are absolutely raking the ball at an unbelievable clip that will not be maintained.
Yeah, I hadn't looked very closely at these numbers. I am very mistaken. Yeah.
I had a bit.
Hey.
Their bullpen is reasonably okay.
Jake McGee is going to be fine.
If they do make it to the 6th inning with a lead, they do have as good a chance as any average team to win. But their pitching staff, it would be difficult to take a random AAA team and have worse results. To be completely
Their ace has an ERA of 9.87.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I think you were mistaken. No offense.
well, drive the stake into my chest and let's leave it there. Let's. Oh, by the way, there was one player that you mentioned that is not absolutely raking right now for the Rockies, and that is Charlie Blackmon, who's on the DL. And that is a big deal for fantasy owners.
Yeah.
And he could be out for the next. It's not a very timeable return for him. He's dealing with a turf toe thing, so that
he aims to return on the 29th.
But you know what that mean? There's a lot of. It's all feel when it comes to an injury like that. Like it could be lingering even if he does play. It could reduce his likeliness to steal bases, which is one of his top fantasy. I guess one of the top factors that comes into play for him. Like you have to keep all this stuff in mind going forward with Charlie Blackmon. Don't trade him away, don't drop him, but you got to be careful. If you have other outfielders to play, so you can use him on keep him on your bench, I would definitely recommend doing that. Right now he's on your DL, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind, and that's part of what's been key for the Rockies in the past. But the other guys that you mentioned are absolutely supporting that load right now. No problems there. Give me the A's and Rockies record in 2 weeks, let's say.
How many?
You shouldn't tell me where you think they are in the standings in 2 weeks.
Not first.
Drop to third.
Not first. Thanks for voting. What?
I think they'll both drop to third in both divisions.
Third in both divisions. I think the Rockies will find themselves in fourth place pretty quickly. Partly because the Giants have just been playing really poorly lately, and that's very unlike them.
Yeah.
For the guys they have out there, it's not because they have injuries or anything like that. They just haven't been playing well, and that happens. But that's not going to last. The A's, I can see them in third place for sure. The AL West has really been underperforming this year. The Mariners, the Angels, the Astros have been underperforming so far. Don't be worried about the Astros, by the way, because nothing has changed in my mind with that team. They have not been performing the way people expected so far, but all the same guys are still there. All the same talent is there, and some surprisingly additional talent to what we expected going into the season. I mean, we won't really get into it very much right now, but yeah, they're fine. Don't worry about the Astros. Don't worry about Dallas Keuchel either, who gave up a ton of runs in Arlington the other day, because that's what he normally does on the road. So don't be worried. Let's talk about the American League Central now. The White Sox turned one of the more interesting triple plays that I've seen in recent years, and they are winning a lot of games. I think they have 12 wins right now. I don't see them stopping, especially because there's a few guys in that lineup that I think haven't even begun to produce at the level that we're used to yet, in Todd Frazier and Jose Abreu. Am I on base there with that?
Oh, absolutely.
You are.
You think the White Sox haven't even hit their full stride yet?
I think it needs to be stressed that yes, they're surprising to maybe the casual fan, but I really doubt if you asked a lot of hardcore baseball fans if they were truly surprised by them, they would say yes. I mean, when we did our preview, all of us expressed that this was a very genuine possibility and included a talented roster that had a chance to be very good in a very open division. I don't think anyone denied that now. So it's still a wonderful start, but I just think I don't know, it doesn't really surprise me that much. I mean, they have talent everywhere. They're a balanced team. They're a well-made team. Why shouldn't they be this good? They have a good manager.
Oh, something happened. Yeah, they do. All the guys are there, and especially you have guys like Jose Abreu and Todd Frazier, who I think Todd Frazier's hitting 200 now, but Jose Abreu is still hitting under 200. those are the two guys. Those were the guys, the 3-4 punch that was supposed to transform this team. And it's really been a lot of the supporting cast. Melky's been good. He looks like he was, a couple years ago with the Giants, that he was absolutely tearing the cover off the ball. And Brett Lowry's been pretty good so far too. It's just the all around contribution from these. I guess the supporting cast to the
I think
the corner infielders.
I think the true strength of this team is in the starting pitching.
That is a good point.
Their pitching is very strong.
As long as Litos returns to 75% of what he was, they have a truly talented, excellent core starting pitcher.
So here's the thing. Matt Latos is not going to have an 0.45 ERA this season. I'm going to talk a little bit of fantasy here. Like, don't go after Matt Latos right now just because you're enamored by the ERA numbers. If you want to go by that logic, you can go ahead and pick up Jared Weaver right now. Like I know everybody's dying to do, which I'm 100% joking, by the way. That is, he's not a safe guy to pick up. Now, if he can be, you said the word, you mentioned 75% of Matt Latos, what he used to be. I don't even know if it's that. He's not hitting 90 miles an hour with his fastball. He doesn't have the same kind of bite on his off-speed pitches. And I'm not going to throw the term he's learned how to pitch out there because that's not realistic. He has changed his approach, and I think once hitters change their approach, Matt Latos is not going to have a lot of weapons left to deal with it, and I think there will be a huge spike in that ERA of his. Now, is he going to be one of the better 4 or 5 starters in the league? Sure. But he's not Matt Latos that we're used to. Chris Sale and Jose Quintana are the Chris Sale and Jose Quintana we are used to, though. And that is a very formidable 1-2 punch.
Oh,
yeah. So I think that's enough for the White Sox. Let's talk about some outfield cannons. My jaw has spent a lot of time on the ground in the past few days, just watching some of these throws that I've seen. Aaron Hicks on the Yankees broke the StatCast record for velocity on a throw from the outfield. Threw a ball over 105 miles an hour to the plate on a perfect one hop. That's scary.
He's just trying to be the closer for the Yankees until Chapman gets back.
Yeah, apparently, that is hard to do. Most good. So here's the thing: Yasiel Puig made an unbelievable throw at Coors Field. Threw it from the warning track to third base, virtually on the fly. And I mean, Coors Field helps that a little bit, but still, he threw that ball 93 miles an hour, and it got there. Aaron Hicks threw a ball 105 plus 105 miles an hour on a line on a perfect throw to home plate. That's worth noting. Now, he is on the DL right now, but Aaron Hicks on the Yankees might play a bit more significant role than people think. And, to be fair, a lot of people thought it was going to be Ellsbury or Gardner or even Beltran that was going to be seeing the DL before Aaron Hicks was. Aaron Hicks was in line to just step in wherever he was needed. Not the case right now, but, after whatever injury he gets through, do you think he has a path to more starting time with the Yankees?
Probably not, considering they have Ellsbury, Beltran, and Gardner. Those are pretty, consistent day-to-day starters who have pretty solid, solidified roles, especially considering how well Beltran's been hitting. So bearing an injury to one of those 3 guys, or an injury to A-Rod to move Beltran to the DH, I don't think he will really increase his play time much this season. But I do really like him as a player.
Here's a little bit more of an intriguing question.
I love the player.
Does Aaron Hicks affect the timetable for Aaron Judge in any way?
No, because it needs to be... See, Aaron Hicks is also hitting, .091. He has 2 hits in 22 at-bats, which is pretty damn horrible. So, now, and remember, the Yankees traded John Ryan Murphy, a backup catcher, for Hicks, a 4th outfielder. So, as good as he is defensively, he's had one of average offensive year in 4-part seasons, and I think Judge is a different level of player. Though Hicks is a very good player to have on your team, he's not someone who's going to be, a year in, year out core starter, in my opinion.
Okay. I guess I see that. Another kind of intriguing question is if it is A-Rod or Teixeira that see their way to the DL before any of the outfielders do, is there any possibility that Aaron Judge is the guy to fill in at first base or as the DH?
I didn't even know you could play first base.
Well, the Yankees seem to think anybody can play first base because they've definitely done that before, where they throw guys at first base.
Okay,
but
I do not think there's any chance that he plays first base for the Yankees this year.
Okay.
Because I think they would rather have him continue to develop in AAA than waste his time playing a position that he will never play, or very rarely ever play, at the major league level. And even for DH, I highly doubt he would even get in there because the Yankees are very, very patient with their minor league prospects. In recent memory, they don't really rush them very well. I think if their intention was to have Judge play a lot of major league games this year before September, he would already be on the team. And if Teixeira got hurt or A-Rod got hurt, I honestly think they would just give Ackley more playing time, or even call up Wes Ridner to play third and have Headley play first. That's what I would expect.
That is probably the more logical way to go. I was kind of just throwing that out there. The Yankees I think they're a game under 500 right now. I'm a little bit worried.
2 games under 500.
2 games. I'm a little bit worried just because their infield is really not strong. Starlin Castro, a huge upgrade at second base, but third base, Chase Headley is not a good player. He's not a third baseman on a winning team.
I think Diddy's a very average shortstop. He doesn't do anything particularly well, but he gets the job done. Starlin, though, is cooled down quite a bit.
Still a major upgrade over whatever they had last year.
Yes, a solid second baseman. Much better, I think, at second than short. And then Teixeira is a notoriously slow starter. So even at age 36, I'm sure he'll heat up. But I would agree with you. If the offense, especially in the infield, is just not up to par to a playoff team.
Yeah. Do you guys see Ellsbury's steal home, by the way? That was
pretty impressive.
That was really good.
That's a perfect example of
a smart player
being able to look at your TV screen any time during the season and see something amazing, because he's done that before, and he could probably do it again, but that is something nobody does that. Why doesn't anybody do that? Why don't the Royals pinch run Terrence Gore in the bottom of the 9th inning to have him go to third base and just take off on whatever lefty reliever they have?
That only really worked because Matt Moore wasn't really paying any attention to him.
He was going from the windup, too.
So it's a pretty rare scenario. Oh, he's going from the windup, too?
Yeah, so. You have to. That's the only... You can't steal home on a guy going from the stretch.
Yeah, it is a pretty rare scenario where it even worked. But I agree with you. If the guy is going from the windup, you should definitely go over there and maybe try it every once in a while. Though, at the same time, if he's out, that's a pretty gigantic waste of it.
Yeah. Now the thing is, I'm gonna get a little baseball nerdy on this one,
but you never get baseball nerdy.
No, like not in the stats, the standard stats way, but just a little more situationally. The reason why that was like the perfect time to steal home was because Matt Moore was in a 3-2 count against a left-handed batter that he was 100% gonna try to strike out on that pitch. And it's like pitchers have, and they know what to do if they hear that the runner from third is taking off. You speed up your delivery and get the ball to the catcher, just make it throw to the catcher and it's an easy out. The thing is, that is a situation where he is trying to get a strikeout on that pitch. He threw a high fastball, and I think that was kind of a panic move. I don't even know if that was the pitch he was going to throw, but he did not speed up his delivery the same way that he should have. He, ended up panicking and throwing a ball that caused the catcher to jump and have to reach to the plate too late to get Ellsbury. And I think that's part of it. You have to plan it very, very well. Ellsbury knew how much room he could take from third base, and especially now with shifts, it was a left-handed batter. He can take as much as he wants at third base without anybody paying attention to him, because that's just the culture now. You can get a third of the way down the line on your initial lead at third base if it's a left-handed hitter. I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm surprised more teams don't do that, especially when they're in a shift. So,
can I just say one last thing on the Yankees, and we can move on?
Yeah.
But I agree with you 100% with what you just said. The great Nick Swisher is playing for the AAA team.
Yeah, I just saw
333 with 2 home runs and slugging 567 and 30 at bats. So
likelihood that Nick Swisher's on the roster in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I would say it's 50%.
I would be very interested by that. The old throwback team.
Yeah.
Bring some winning culture back.
They also have the great Pete Cosma on the Scranton Wilkes Barre Rail Riders. So it's a pretty
bringing that winning culture back.
Pretty good combination of old guys past their prime and Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez.
How old is Pete Cosma now?
Pete Cosma was born old. Come on.
He was born old. That is a pretty good description. Let's keep talking about the Yankees and talk about their game that they just had against one of the most intriguing prospects in baseball, Blake Snell, who made his Major League debut and fired 5 innings of 2-hit, 1-run baseball with 6 Ks.
Dirty.
Yeah, that 76-mile-per-hour curveball is pretty nasty.
Dirty.
Coupled with that 95-mile-per-hour fastball,
mm-hmm.
and I think it's a 90, high 80s, low 90s, two-seam change-ish type pitch. I mean, that's a pretty good core 3 pitches to have. Past the Pirates and maybe the Cardinals, no team really develops pitchers better than the Rays. And the 22-year-old Blake Snell, just looks like a monster already.
Yeah, I'm very invested in this guy. I have him on my keeper team, so I follow him very closely. I wish I watched more of his game, more of just, some at-bats that he's had against Major League hitters. His fastball he has one of those fastballs that has that extra giddy-up to it, and it's 95 with life. I saw some pretty bad swings against it, but I also saw some decent swings off his fastball. A-Rod put one on the warning track for Desmond Jennings to catch right in front of the wall. A few other fly balls that looked like they just missing that fastball. I'm hoping that's not an issue for him, and I'm hoping that he learns how to use that that changeup that you mentioned more effectively at the big league level, because I'm sure he does not have to use that at the minor league level very much at all. I'm sure he can blow that fastball by anybody in AAA. But I think he is probably as ready as you can get of a prospect for the major leagues. He tore his way through the minor leagues last year, pitched in all 3 levels, and now he's here. So he did something right. He is going to be fun to watch. In terms of fantasy, pick him up. Why not? Tampa Bay Rays have not shown that they produce bad starting pitching at all. So if there's a team to trust, it's the Rays. Let's talk, let's go and move on, and let's talk about one last thing before we jump into our first stat game of the season, which is going to be very fun, by the way. It's going to be
fun.
Thanks, Farbo. Yeah, hopefully, after a whole season of experience with the stat game, we'll get a little bit better at it. But yeah, let's talk about one last thing really quick. Rudy brought this to my attention, actually, is that Rob Manfred has said that he is open to the possibility of expanding Major League Baseball to 32 teams. That is going to be... it's going to change everything. It's not like, oh yeah, you just throw 2 teams in there. The way it is right now with the division formats, if this happens, it's likely to change into probably more like the way the NBA is in terms of playoff seeding and stuff like that. Do you agree there? Yeah, unless it was a major expansion, they add like 6 new teams, but I don't see that happening. But let's talk about what are some fun teams to add to Major League Baseball. Now,
there's no doubt Montreal.
We have to like think other than Montreal.
Yeah.
Unless you're against it, but
no, great showing in that preseason matchup between the Blue Jays and Red Sox. There, it's always amazing to see baseball played there. I can see that 100%, but it's that other team that you could see added that would be a little more.
We know California doesn't need another team.
Yeah,
you can never have too many teams, though.
I would argue Puerto Rico or Cuba could be interesting potential options. Louisville, maybe. The Sluggers.
the Sluggers, the Louisville Sluggers.
Yeah.
Oh man. I wonder if any companies will pay big bucks to have a major league team named after them. So you could be looking at like the. I don't even know. I didn't have a good example in mind that. But yeah, that would be pretty funny though. Let's see. I'm trying to think of places that really seem like they could use a baseball team, but
City. I think to be honest, if I could just choose, I would have to say I think a team in the Northwest might be smart. There is past Seattle, there isn't really anything in the Vancouver, Portland, kind of.
Yeah, it seems like we really just want baseball in Canada.
I think it's smart, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
International teams, because there isn't really a lot of the U.S. that cares about baseball. Doesn't really have a team. I mean, maybe the Deep South, but they don't really have. Deep South, yeah. They don't really have any big metro areas for financial support. I mean, I think really the only southern states I think could support it would be Tennessee or Kentucky, that don't have a team yet. So those could be interesting options. Memphis, Nashville, Louisville. Any of those three could maybe support a team.
Yeah, probably. What about like Oklahoma City?
Oklahoma City is another option I think could pull it off. There's no doubt. I would agree with you there.
You could call them the Oklahoma City Lightning, and they could have one of the best sports duos in all of the world.
Yeah, I mean, baseball is a pretty pretty geographically balanced sport compared to most. I mean, excluding the kind of the no man's land of Montana.
Yeah, because there's no men there.
Dakotas and I mean, Las Vegas. Maybe you could put a team there.
Portland.
They've been trying for. Yeah, I said Portland earlier.
Oh, sorry.
Las Vegas has been trying to be professional sports for a long time. I think that honestly, if I had to bet money, I would bet money on Vegas and Montreal getting teams. Because Vegas has just been really trying to get sports teams for quite a long time.
Yeah, and that is a very, it's a very big baseball area. Like just in terms of like the culture around there, there's a lot of
right.
It's comparable to California at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are all really good possibilities. I just thought we should throw that in there. Thanks again, Rudy, for throwing that one into the discussion for us today. Let's go ahead and play some stat game. I have been looking forward to this all day. I'm going to host this first one, so I really hope you guys brought your A game.
Oh shit, let's go.
Alright, again, it's been like 3 weeks. Wow, you got it. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, let's get started. I got 5 for you today. The first one that we are going to do is on-base percentage, first place.
Just out of curiosity, did you do this so it's not like a guy who played one game is leading?
No. No. These are all players that have names. No.
Diaz.
Nope.
Fowler.
No, he's second.
Harper.
Nope.
Daniel Murphy.
No, he's third. not going quite as well as I hoped it would so far.
Segura?
No. Not on here.
Jose Altuve.
Nope.
Kinsler.
Nope.
Machado.
He's 5th. Nope.
What?
He is absolutely destroying the world in OPS, on base plus slugging, but not
Gordon.
OBP. Nope.
Yelich.
Yes. Christian Yelich with a 530 on base percentage.
I remember because I've been reading that since last last July he's been hitting 350.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's low key become the Christian Yelich that we all wanted. I mean, everybody wants more power, but sometimes you have to accept that really good players can just flat out hit without hitting the ball at the ballpark 20 times in a season, right? That's
Of course.
an accurate
Especially
description
in the
of him.
ballpark he plays in.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good 1-2 punch with Gordon and Yelich hitting in front of Mr. You-Know-Who, Giancarlo Stanton. Let's go ahead and move on to our second one. It is the leader among batters in strikeouts.
Bautista.
No.
Ortiz.
Justin Upton.
Farbode got it. It is Justin Upton with 30 strikeouts. He has more than Trevor Story.
Yeah, I forgot he existed.
Justin Upton, yeah,
He had a good year.
incredibly slow start.
That's right.
He's been BABIP'd a little bit, but obviously the strikeout rate is like near 40% for him, which is unlike him. Don't be too worried by that right now. It's Justin Upton. He's been one of the most consistent power hitters over the last 5 years, I would say. So
My coach has him on his fantasy team, and he says he strikes out so much every day. So,
well, there you go. It's the connections that get Farbode the wins in stat game, I guess. All right, let's move on. Third place in ERA among pitchers.
third
This
place,
is starters, relievers, everyone.
I think it's everyone.
Blake Snell.
No. Sorry.
Arrieta.
No,
That's probably
Arrieta's
one.
4th.
Betances.
No.
Miller.
Chapman.
No.
Wait, no, Chapman's not playing.
I actually don't see relief pitchers on this list, so I guess they just don't say it, but I
They
guess
are starters.
yeah, they are starters.
Yeah.
Zimmerman's one. We all know that.
Yep.
Wait. Where's Latos?
Latos.
I gotta give that one to Farbode.
What? I said first.
He said, "Where's Latos?" Like,
I said Latos before.
no, he said it first.
I said it first. Are you serious?
We're gonna review the tape.
Wait the tape. I said Latos, and then Farbo's like, "Oh yeah, where's Latos?"
I said, where's
literally
Latos?
just
Nope. You're gonna listen. You're gonna listen back. You're gonna listen back to this one. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna listen back to this one,
I said it.
and you're
first.
gonna know for sure that you said it
But
second.
under protest.
How much money?
You're recording.
Noted.
I can just listen back right now.
I can't. I don't know how to do that.
That one doesn't count.
No, it does. Listen, we're putting money on this. How much do you want to bet?
If you've noticed, Farbo does not once come to his own defense.
How much?
I'm laughing. I said, wait, where's Latos?
Where? How much? How much do you want to bet that he said it first?
$1 billion.
Try
I
again.
definitely said it first.
Try again.
$1 billion.
I'll put $10 on this. $10. All right.
I definitely said first.
$10 that Farbode said Matt Latos first. He said, "Where's Latos?" And then he said, "Oh, Matt Latos."
What? Who said Matt Latos?
What?
I said Latos, and then Farbo said, "Oh yeah, where's Latos?"
No, I said wait, where's Latos? You said
Yeah, wait,
Yes, we're gonna
Latos.
review the tape. I'm putting $10 against you. All right, on this one. All right.
It's
Deal?
Rudy, yeah, it's Rudy 1, Farbode 1 protested.
You
Apparently,
already had one.
I did.
yeah.
Oh, I did.
You had
Farbode
Upton.
2 protested.
All right, Rudy, we got a deal though.
$5.
$5. All right, fine. He's nervous.
I just don't want to beat you too badly.
Oh, okay. That's very considerate. All right, let's move on. Let's give. There's two answers for this one. Second in strikeouts among pitchers.
Sale.
Syndergaard?
No. Wait, who did you say, Rudy?
Sale.
No.
Velasquez.
Nope.
Am I close?
What?
Who?
What? He asked, "Am I close?" I don't know how to respond to that.
Sense.
I don't know how to
Are
respond to
either of the
that.
guys close?
I mean, Syndergaard and Velasquez are close, yes, but not the right answer. I don't know what else to tell you.
Gray.
Nope.
Maeda.
Nope.
Quintana.
Nope.
Jaime Garcia.
Nope.
Strasburg.
Nope.
Oh, Scherzer.
Nope.
Gio.
Hernandez.
Nope.
Tanaka.
Nope.
Cole Hamels.
Nope. God.
Marietta.
Nope.
Kluber.
Nope.
Salazar.
Nope. God. You guys, come on. Come on.
Harvey.
Nope. Harvey.
Um.
Oh my God.
I'll
give you the number. It's 30.
That's so not helpful.
I know, but I can't fathom you not listing like
Fine.
one of these guys.
Weaver has like 6 Ks all year, so not Weaver.
Latos.
No.
Richards.
No.
Gray.
Still no.
Already said that.
Still no. This is going well.
Garrett Cole.
No.
I don't know.
Why is that like no? Why is
I'm getting frustrated. I don't like one of them. Yes, finally, Farbode got one of them. The other one is a little tougher. But to be fair, the one that you guys were not getting took way too long.
Just wait. Well, we're still gonna do that one.
Huh?
Give us the league.
Do you guys forfeit the other one?
No.
Give us the league.
I'm saying keep going. I want to get the other one too.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, okay.
Give us the league.
Same league as the first guy. So you have to know what league Clayton Kershaw plays in. Aha.
Frankie.
No.
Who's doing good right now?
Aaron Nola.
Ding, ding, ding. Got him.
So 3-2 right now? No. Yeah.
No.
Listed.
Farbode, you got Kershaw, right?
Yeah.
So it's...
I'm not good. I don't math. I'm sorry.
Wait, no. Yeah, you are up 3-2, Farbode.
3-2 protested.
Yep. All right. Last one. I mean, I guess it's not really for the win. It is first... No, shut up. It is first in hits. Hitters.
Trumbo.
Nope.
Kinsler.
No.
Fowler.
Nope.
Machado.
Nope.
Arenado, Harper, Rizzo.
Nope. Nope.
Segura.
Ding, ding, ding. You guys tied it
I
up.
don't think I guessed one.
Yep, that's your own fault.
Right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
For this game, if we're not looking at stats, we're just looking at a list of players. Is that allowed?
Lists of... Yeah, that's fine.
As in,
If there's no stats next to them, that's fine.
Players,
Yeah.
is that
Yes, we can
acceptable?
think of
That's
names.
fine. Well, you have a
We're not
list...
looking at any stats.
You have a list of just players?
Yeah, so we can think of names.
No, I'm like... You have a list of just players without stats next to their names?
Like, I look at, like, the fantasy list that you made.
Oh, like the rankings?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty smart. But there are a lot more players out there than the ones on my
Okay,
list.
but if I just, if I use that, is that cheating?
No, not at all. So that's that game. Clearly, we need to work out some format issues. I really wish, I need to get around to getting some audio files and stuff to add in here, some drops for these segments and things like that. We don't even have any kind of intro. We're such scrubs. Yeah. Let's go ahead and finish up the way we always do, though, with our weekly fantasy draft. We redraft every week. To give you an update, I'm destroying this week so far. I'm not going to be modest. I mean, there's one day left. I think Rudy and I each have one more start from our starting pitchers on Sunday, and then Monday's when the new league kicks in. Let's go and draft, though. I have the first pick this week. I'm going to pick Danny Salazar.
Am I up?
It is Farbode next, yeah.
I'll take Chris Sale.
Chris Sale, alright. That would be
I thought you were up first.
Rudy? No.
You're up last. Didn't I draft first last week? So
Yeah. I mean, I just push it down. Like, we can't flip it, or else one of us would just have the second pick every week. Like, it's not, you don't just reverse order.
That makes sense.
Aha.
Stupid, sorry.
I thought about things.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arenado.
Arenado, you got one more, by the way.
Damn it, you.
Wait, I have two.
Because it's
you
a
have
snake
the
draft.
pick. It's a snake
Oh,
draft.
that's what I was asking. Who did you pick first?
Me?
You're a snake.
I picked Salazar.
Thank you.
I didn't know you asked that question.
Snake.
That's what I meant. Sorry. That's what I was trying to express. My
Wow, dude.
Why am I? Okay, and then I'm going again.
Yeah.
Shut
Shut up.
You took someone take Kershaw.
Nope.
I'll take the Kershaw.
The Kershaw.
Wait. Okay, yeah, just making sure you're 2 starts. Okay, yeah, good.
Good job.
Sorry. Yep. Taking the Kershaws.
Well,
What?
okay.
I'll take Harper.
Harper.
Who's
Why would you
that?
pick him?
He's not that good, right?
Yeah, he's okay. I mean, I don't know.
You're better than him.
Alright, I am picking Starling Marte. And I am also going to pick...
Peter Borges.
Do you want him? You can have him.
No, I do not want.
What's up with you and Peter Borges, bro? I don't understand.
Yeah, that is a little bit odd. I'm going to take the Mookie of bets.
Oh, I love the Mookies.
Let me see.
We're so prepared, by the way. Like, this is
I was
probably our
pretty-
best. Yeah, I'm really pleasantly shocked by Rudy. Really disappointed in Farbode.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Wait, what?
A broken, like...
Wait,
But
stop everything. We need to talk about this now.
Oh
What-
my God,
what is
why
that?
does no one understand this reference?
I don't.
Christian Yelich.
Okay.
Does it really not make sense to you?
Wait, no, please explain.
Okay,
Yes,
so you
right-
build
right.
a grandfather clock.
Yeah.
So if it's broken, it's stuck on a time. So twice a day.
Oh, okay. It's stuck on a time. I
yeah.
thought you just meant like a clock that's like off. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that. Okay. Rudy, you have the last pick.
Yeah. I believe I do. I will go with the Kinslers of the Ians.
I think it worked better for the Mookie Betts one.
Kinsler.
All right, we need to end this thing in a hurry because we are definitely falling off our game right now. But thank you all for
When have
joining.
we ever been on our game? Tell me
We-
one time, and I will pay you that $5.
You know what? You think I'm joking? I'm definitely gonna go back. I'm gonna listen to it and I'm gonna tweet it and I'm gonna shame you. Okay? Or I'm gonna really embarrass myself really badly. One of the two is gonna happen. All right. Anyway, thank you all for joining us again. Yeah, there's a lot of other great ways to check out what we're doing. You can follow us on Twitter at WPB_podcast. We tweet a lot of stuff there. It's a good time. You can check out our website, which the URL is in the link, the link for the URL is in the description below. And you can check that out. There's articles and things of that nature. I really want to get around to writing more stuff for that too.
Yeah, the AP testings are coming up.
Yeah, we are still students, so things happen. We really do want to pick up the pace on a lot of the stuff on a lot of the content we are turning out eventually. So we'll keep you up to date on all that as we go forward. I think I plugged everything that I needed to plug. There's other stuff in the description if I did not. Yeah, so thanks again. Have a good day. As always, Farbode.
Peace.